Okay, in this video we are going to be talking about FRQ number 1 from the 2026 AP Precalculus exam. And every year the FRQs are basically the same, so it's just a question of what presentation are they going to give you. So let's take a look at this one. The figure shows a graph of the increasing function f on its domain from -3 to 3. The function g is given by g of x equals -4.792 plus natural log of 6x minus 6. Number 1. The function h is defined by h of x equals g of f of x. And then they give you both notations for that in case you studied one and not the other, I guess. Find the value of h of 2 as a decimal approximation or indicate that it is not defined. Show the work that leads to your answer. So what I usually do is I will write down the thing we're finding. So we're finding h of 2, which should be g of f of 2. We need to find f of 2. They provided the graph of f, so we go to that. We can see that at x equals 2, that gives us 5. So we're finding g of 5. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over and show you what this looks like on Desmos. And so the first thing that I want to do is define g of x. So g of x is what we said. It's -4.792 plus the natural log of 6x minus 6. And you can see there's our graph. What we're doing in this case, we're trying to find g of 5, so I just type g of 5, and then what I'm going to do is write down that answer. So that's how we can use Desmos to get that. Here we go. We'll say approximately, so 3 decimal places, -1.614. The next part, find all values of x for which f of x equals 3. So we're trying to solve f of x equals 3. Now what I'll do is I'm going to go to the graph of f, I'm going to put a horizontal line at y equals 3, and then that intersection point is 1, 3, so I know that x equals 1 generates a y value of 3 for the function f. And that's part A of this question. Let's take a look now at part B. So B is focused solely on g of x, so I'm going to treat it as like a Desmos question basically. Find all values of x as decimal approximations for which g of x equals -1.5 or indicate that there are no such values. Let's switch over to Desmos again. So we already have this thing graphed, so all I need to do now is add a horizontal line. So I'm going to add y equals -1.5, and then I'm going to go over to the graph. I'm going to click this intersection point, and that's the point. And for no real reason, I'm going to paste it over in case we need it for something else, but I don't think we do. So we can see that the value is going to be approximately 5.483. So let's see how we write this up. So we're going to say g of x equals -1.5, and then that means that x is approximately 3 decimal places, 5.483. And that's all it is. The next part, determine the behavior of g of x as x values decrease and get arbitrarily close to 1. Express your answer using the mathematical notation of a limit. So it's a little unclear to me if you need the words and the limit or if you just need the limit. On previous scoring guidelines, you just needed the limit to get the points, but they also show the words. So I'm going to write the words, then I'll write the limit. I don't know if you need both for all the credit. So here's what I've written for the first part. As x decreases and gets arbitrarily close to 1, the outputs of g of x decrease without bound. So that's basically how in words you say approach -infinity. Then for the limit, I think it's important that we nail the from the right, because the only way that you can approach 1 is from the right for this function based on domain issues. So the limit as x approaches 1 from the right of g of x is equal to -infinity. I think that's how we'll handle that part. And the final part. The figure shows a graph of increasing function f on its domain. I actually copied that over. The real question is the function f invertible? Well, they told you the function is increasing, so the answer to this is basically a 50-50 shot. The answer to this is yes. This function is invertible. Now, give a reason for your answer in part C1 based on the properties of the function f. Then it says refer to points on the graph of f in your reasoning. I'm just going to write my answer first, and then I will talk about that. So I'm going to say f is an increasing function, which was given. What that means is that each output of f is mapped from a unique input value. Then I'm also going to say there are no repeated f of x values. So that means that we definitely have an inverse. Now, the question says that we need to refer to points on the graph of f in our reasoning, and I'm not 100% sure what they're looking for there. But I do think, I mean, this is what I have personally memorized from previously released information of how to answer this question. So I think this should get all the points. If it doesn't, we'll find out when the scoring guidelines come out. Anyway, that's question number 1. I hope this was helpful, and good luck.